Once again, we say thank you so much for joining Youth Focus on Aneke TV. It is a program whose duty it is to place a check on the activities and attitudes of young people. To attend this height, to make opinions, we give commendations, motivations, criticisms, and lots more. I am Chukwuemeka Obasi, and our focus for today is on indecent dressings. Thank you so much. You can find us on our socials, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at Aneke TV. Thank you so much for being part of this program. May I introduce to you some guests we have on the show today? And from my left, I have Carlo Norma Destiny. She is the CEO, Great Smoothies Not Cream. And then she is the founder, Hibat Tech. You're welcome, Norma.
Thank you very much.
All right, I have Osigwe Philip Chigezie, who is the CEO, Mikorazone Enterprises. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Norma, let me start with you. What do you take a dressing to be when it becomes indecent to you?
Well, indecent dressing is in different aspects, right? So indecent dressing can mean wearing tight clothes. It can mean wearing clothes that are not fit for a particular occasion. So indecent dressing in a community or in a particular place or time, depending on what social event is being done, you should know what clothes to put on to suit whatever event you are going for. And it can also mean a lot of makeup on your face. You understand? Indecent dressing can be a lot of makeup on your face. Anything that destabilizes the social norm is indecent dressing. Thank you.
Okay. From your definition, I may have to say that maybe what indecent dressing means for one person may not be what it means for another person. Chike, do you agree with that hook, line, and sinker?
Okay, thank you. I would say, just from what she said, actually the word indecent dressing is relative. Meaning it can change, it can vary from one place, social, to another. But then if I'm to define indecent dressing in general, I will use the word offensive. Any dressing that is offensive, that means someone might look at it and be forced to maybe look away or to say something that is not good about it. The word offensive goes for indecent dressing. Then other words like immodest, improper, inappropriate, we use those words to describe indecent dressing. Now, another thing that she pointed out I also say is violating social norms, social tradition. As long as this is not what we do here and you are dressed in this way, it's an indecent dressing.
Okay, Norma, we find ourselves in this part of the world. Then to you, just be sincere in this. Have you at one time or the other dressed indecently?
Well, yes. I do go to the gym a lot. So most times when you get to the gym, you see a lot of indecent dressing. It is very prevalent there in the gym. I use the gym because it's relative to me. Okay, so you can wear something in the gym and you're causing a distraction to the next person. That's indecent dressing. So yes, I have once, but I took correction because I didn't like the outcome, how people saw me after that day I dressed that way. So I had to take correction. You understand? Okay,
you talked about gym dressing, just like how are you dressed when you are in the pool? Is that really indecent dressing to you, Chike?
Okay, if I must say, just like you mentioned the gym, when we defined it, we said dressing for a particular occasion. I believe going to the gym in the right mind, we are going for exercise, to exercise our bodies, and usually it's associated with wearing something that is free. I can't dress this way to the gym. So normally wearing what you are supposed to wear to the gym is something that should be very free. But then just like she said, some persons get what is undersized. Like I am busty, I am this robust person and I wear something that is undersized, which should be revealing whatever is inside as if it's just outside. That one makes it indecent, even though it's the appropriate clothes. But then it's now indecent because you wore something undersized. Don't know what
yeah, you have. I think gym dressing may not at all time be seen as indecent dressing, according to you. Okay, let's bring it to fashion this time around. Norma, what's the difference between fashion and indecent dressing? Because I know a lot of people may take indecent dressing to be fashion.
Sure, that's a nice question. People confuse the both a lot. Fashion is portraying who you are in a very stable way, in a way that doesn't cause distraction to people. Fashion can mean trends, can mean what you're putting on. It can mean this necklace I'm wearing is fashion. Okay, so but if I wear this necklace and it's causing serious distraction to you as a person in a negative way, it is indecent dressing.
To me or to you, the wearer?
To you, someone beside me, anyone around me. Do you understand? I can wear this is fashion, my clothes is comfortable to me, but to you, if it's exposing a part of my body and you are distracted, for example, we are working together and I wear something and you're not concentrating on your work anymore because what I'm wearing is exposing my body, you're going to be distracted, and that's indecent dressing. To me, I might see it as decent, I might see it as fashion, but that's not fashion, that's indecent because you are distracted already.
I think opinion is free, but
Sure.
fact is certain.
Sure.
We know what is generally taken as indecent dressing.
Sure.
Like we have mentioned that of gym may not at all time be seen as indecent dressing,
Sure.
unlike some other aspects of it. Okay, Chike, tell us the types of indecent dressing that one can think of.
Okay, fine. Maybe let me start with this. When we say indecent dressing, girls mostly feel attacked. Like whenever we say indecent dressing, it's usually girls that comes to the mind. But then boys also have indecent dressing. So let me go with, first of all, wearing skimpy or very short clothing, maybe skirts, gowns, is indecent, very short. Then wearing something that is very tight is also indecent. Wearing revealing clothing, even though it covers, because this one happens, like somebody is fully clothed in a gown, but the moment you move your face, you are seeing virtually everything that this person is wearing. That's also indecent. Then coming to boys, wearing torn clothes, like we wear jean now, the one we call, I don't know whether it's dirty jean or whatever, we tear it, and after that, the person is walking. And some of them, at times you will not be able to decipher, is this person mad or is this person sane? That is indecent. Then wearing body hugs. I know I have this broad chest and all this, and I wear something that a small boy of maybe 14 years should wear, and is now revealing every part of my body. It's also indecent. So there are some clothes that are suggestive, like you wear something and the moment maybe someone, especially of the opposite sex, looks at you, it suggests that, okay, this is what I want, or this is this. Those things are indecent dressing. And then it can come in so many very other forms. Remember, I used the word offensive. The moment it becomes offensive, it's indecent.
The moment a dressing becomes offensive, it becomes indecent. Thank you so much. If it's now you're joining us, this is Youth Focus on Aneke TV. Our topic for today is indecent dressings. And of course, we have gone far in discussing this. I have a wonderful guest on the studio. I have Carlo Norma Destiny, who is the CEO, Great Smoothies and Nut Cream. And then I have Osigwe Philip Chikezie, who is also the CEO, Mi Corazon Enterprises. Thank you so much for being there. Let us continue. Chike, you mentioned something in your last lines. You said that anytime indecent dressing comes to mind, that women are mostly attacked. All right. Norma, you're a woman here. Let me put this to you and see if you say the truth, the way it is. Okay. In terms of indecent dressing, don't you think it is prevalent amongst women than men?
It is prevalent.
Okay.
Yes.
Then why?
We have features that are distracting. That's number one. A man can wear saggy jeans or saggy whatever, and it's not as offensive as a woman wearing clothes that are exposing her breasts. Women, we pride in our bodies. A woman's pride is her body, so it's supposed to be covered as much as possible. So a man can wear dirty jeans or anything, but you wouldn't really see it as offensive. But when a woman wears something probably something that is showing her features, you tend to move your eyes like, no, this is not supposed to be. You understand? So a man's indecent dressing is usually taken as not so much. Yeah, it's normal.
Okay, Chike, what can you say now? Let me remind you your previous lines. Yes. That anytime we talk about indecent dressing, that women are mostly attacked. Now she has confirmed she's a woman. She has confirmed that it is prevalent amongst women. Then
it is, and okay, maybe let me also bring out this part. When it comes to boys, there's something that is trending these days, and I don't know whether the world has begun to see it as indecent, but the aspect of men putting earrings these days. You know, a man goes to plait his hair or fry his hair, and we are still trying to come to terms with that. They are now putting earrings. For me, if you look at it now, the offense that comes in it is that most times when you look at that guy, you feel uncomfortable around the person because somehow they are seen as either touts, street urchins, or stuff like that. So that also is another kind of indecent dressing that is also being prevalent now. Then the reason why she said, okay, men don't feel attacked because men's indecent dressing is seen as normal. Because a man's body, just like she said, hardly attracts. Okay, let's put it this way. A man is attracted by what he sees, and women are attracted by what they hear. So whatever a man puts on, whether it's revealing his whole chest, it's maybe let's say 1 or 2% of women that will be attracted by that. Women want to hear or see the action of maybe wealth and all those things. That's why it looks as if it's not offensive. But when you meet an elderly man and he's just seated and he sees a young boy dressed anyhow, that elderly man will tell you, man, this guy is not well dressed. So that's the thing.
I am thinking that we have a societal definition of indecent dressing. Men putting on earrings, bold chains and rest of them may not in the face of the society be looked at indecent dressing. But that is by the way. May we at this juncture look at the age bracket of those young people who dress indecently, or is it across board? Like maybe to adults as well as young people. Otherwise, let's look at the age bracket of young people who dress or who mostly dress indecently.
Okay, if I would say, it's actually prevalent amongst youngsters because it is in this age that maybe girls in their prime feel like, whoa, my body is just so fine, like the world needs to see. And that's why, you know, everybody feel like, a guy feels like, man, my chest is broad, my muscle is big, everybody needs to see it, so let me just put on something small. It's prevalent amongst young persons. But then we have still seen adults in their 50s, 40s that dress indecently. We have seen mothers that when they dress, you'll be like, wow, is this mother not supposed to be teaching her daughters not to do this? So we've seen, the only thing is that it's more prevalent amongst young persons.
But Norma, what do you think mothers who are women of that age, married, why do you think they dress indecently too?
Well, social media, peer pressure. So first, I say social media because everybody is exposed to a phone or a device now. So peer pressure, I say peer pressure because I can have a friend that dresses very indecently, and at some point it's bad. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to dress like this. But then at some point I start to see it as a norm. I start to say, her legs are coming out and it's so attractive. I say, okay, today I'll just wear something like that, let me see what happens. That's peer pressure. So, and then about social media, everybody has a phone now. So before you scroll 3 scrolls, you're already seeing naked people, and they're not naked in the sense, unquote, naked, but they are half dressed, and they are gathering a lot of likes. Everybody is, wow, this lady is so fine, and they are married. Most of those people are married too, and their husbands are somewhere, looking at them, even supporting them. So as a married woman, if I have a friend that dresses indecently, at some point I'll want to look like her because everybody is over her. Everybody is like, she's looking nice, So I think that's the reason.
All right, that's cool. But then, Chike, let me be emphatic with this. This looks more like the climax of this show. We're looking at the purpose of indecent dressing. What are the purposes?
Okay, just like he said, the longing to fit in. Let me be like every other person. You know, especially, okay, this one is more amongst the girls. It's trending that if you wear long gowns or you wear skirt and blouse and cover your body, you are seen as the you girl. Whereas those ones that no flex, maybe wear something skimpy, something short, they are the ones that are seen as the happening babes. And if it happens over a time, a lady that is not well guided will say, okay, let me just be like these persons. Let me see what it will look like. And the funny thing is that the moment she dresses that way, guys will scream, hey, you are now on board, you are here, you are there. And she begins to see that thing as normal, and it begins to go. There is no other purpose that indecent dressing serves that is not just to belong. And to belong to where? Nowhere. Because it's just, let me just be like every other person. There is really no serious class that you need to belong to in that realm. So that's it.
Okay, Norma, is it not possible that some people dress indecently to get attracted to the opposite sex?
Sure. That's one purpose of indecent dressing.
Okay.
To attract the opposite sex. So, especially as like he mentioned, in the ladies now, indecent dressing is just for the opposite sex.
Okay.
Yes, because they believe if they dress indecently, they'll be able to attract a man that will spend on them. A man that's notwithstanding, that's not always the case. That is not even the case. Because attracting a man with your body, you are attracting him for lust, obviously. But a lot of people, because it's what's reigning, what's prevalent now. So since if I dress like this, I will attract men more. Let me dress like that so that I can attract someone that will get me iPhone X, iPhone, whatever, you know, whatever is reigning now. Do you understand? So yes, it's to attract the opposite sex, and not just to attract the opposite sex, and not to keep them too, but of course.
I may have to say, if one dresses indecently to attract men, this is women now that we're talking about, maybe to get iPhone X, and you know, in some cases that person can as well get iPhone debt,
of course,
along the line. Okay, but then, Chike, if that is the case, what's the disparity now between commercial sex workers, prostitutes, that we have known to come out and dress indecently, and that is like their own signboard, and some others who are not prostitutes, so to say, dress the same way to get attraction. How do we mark the difference between these two classes of people?
The difference between them is in the deeds, the action. Now, we've seen cases where many young ladies, they are not commercial sex workers. In fact, some of them are chaste ladies. They don't sleep around, but they just, in the spirit of let me belong and be like my friends, they are dressing that way. And funny enough, some persons that don't dress that way, when they begin to dress, they dress more. They dress even far more than the ones they learned from. But then, this person is chaste and does not behave any way unseemly. But now, the ones that are commercial sex workers, this is their job. They meet you, they tell you, pay me 50K for one night and this and that. But then the thin line between them is that anybody can easily mistake a lady that is indecently dressed as being a commercial sex worker. Because we've seen ladies that are walking on the road and the guy just comes to meet you and be like, how much for the night? And most ladies, if that is not their line of work, they get offended and be like, why are you telling me this and that and that? But then the English word, dress as you want to be addressed, now comes to play. Because the moment you dress that way, some guys in their mind feel like, okay, she's looking for somebody to attract for the night, and they come to you to tell you all of those things. So they're actually different in the sense that somebody may dress indecently and not be a commercial sex worker. But then commercial sex workers, whether they are dressed in church attire or they are dressed in their normal attire, they can still tell you, okay, forget this and I'm dressing, I forget that we're in church, 50K for a night. That's the thing. So it's in the deed, it's in the action.
All right, and Norman, let me come to you. with this issue of leg chains. I know it's somebody told me it's meaningful. If you wear a leg chain at the right foot, it has different meaning from those who wear it at the left. You're a woman now, and I think I know it's prevalent amongst women. What's the meaning of leg chain? Is it fashion or indecent dressing?
Well, I'll say leg chain is fashion. Reason why it's fashion is because it's not in any way against the societal norm. Okay, so if you're wearing leg chain, it's just because you want to feel it makes you more beautiful. If you feel it makes you more confident. So leg chains, I'm not against leg chains. The only thing is, everyone says if you put it on the right leg, it means you're a lesbian.
Okay.
Yes, if you put it on the left, it means you're just maybe a sex worker or something. For both, I don't think that's what's happening. I
don't know why you are disputing that. You have reasons to do that.
Well, for me, if I don't put on leg chains, but I'm indifferent about it. Because people that put on leg chain doesn't mean they are causing any problem. They are just wearing it just to match whatever they are wearing. Okay, so that's how I say it.
Okay, thank you so much. Chike, let me come back to you. What do you have to say about this established fact that a lot of young girls these days go about braless and pantless?
Okay, fine. If I'm to talk about that one,
would that be indecent dressing or fashion?
It's not fashion, because fashion is a laid down, will I say, a laid down pattern of how a particular gender should dress. Let's do that comes into the definition of fashion. Is laid down that you must do this and do that. Now, women go about braless, pantless, and the what we've heard from them is that it's comfort. It's for them to be comfortable, not to be feeling pains of iron and bra and those things. But now, our definition that we stand on today is offensive. Now, a young man who is that, will I use the word loose or not cultured, and sees a lady that is braless and gets to set his eyes on this lady's nipples or on her pantless, what is it called, butts, he begins to lust and he begins to think things. And to him, it looks like a fish begging to be baited, like this person is just craving for whatever it is, because you are already almost naked, and he feels that, okay, if the next thing is just for me to swing in. So even if ladies may see it is comfort and it's those things, it's not right. Another reason is because, okay, we are Africans. We live in a society where we have to hustle, bustle, go around and come in. So you are moving around, and let's say you are busty, and these breasts are just beating up and down, moving around. It's no longer comfort.
Chike, save your energy. Let us hear from the horse's mouth. Yes, we need to hear from Norma. She is a woman here, and a young girl for that matter. Norma, you will need to tell us why these things are happening and the core reason why it is so.
Okay, first off, I would say going pantless and braless is not in any way fashion. It's not fashion. Reason is because, like we said, we've already stated it. Fashion it's not disrupting any societal norm. Indecent dressing, on the other hand, is offensive. Do you understand? So now, as a woman, yes, honestly, it is very comfortable going without bra, and I can tell you once or twice I've tried to step out of my house without wearing bra, but because I was trained properly at home, I went back to wear it. It's very comfortable just swinging in your clothes.
But the attempt was intentional.
It wasn't intentional.
Okay.
It was just for me to just step out and go get something. It wasn't just,
Okay.
Do you understand? So wearing it far from your house, stepping into a bus, now that is intentionality. Okay, you can say you're not comfortable wearing it to just step out of your gate to go buy something. That's understandable. This is your house. This is where they are buying something. So you just stepped out. Let me just rush and get something. But then you wore it like that. Entered tricycle or whatever, and then went to where you were going to without it. That is intentionality. Like, you have the reason why you are doing it.
I know you're a woman and you also see them, even when they roam about the market that way. Then let's hear from you again. If anything, it's a disadvantage of that. What could that be, if at all there is?
Okay, yes. There are disadvantages of dressing indecently.
No, we are particular about this pantless, braless.
Of course. First, as a woman, if I set my eyes as a woman, I see you in the market and you're braless and you're pantless, I'll just say you're a sex worker. That's number one. That's damage of public image. Okay? And I can't do something serious with you. You can step to me, although you might have good intentions, but looking at you, the way you are dressed, I will not give you attention. I might not even speak to you. Because number one, as a woman, that's already offensive. It's already offensive to me, not to talk about the men. You're causing a big problem already. So now, first, damage of public image. That's number one. What it does to you is people take you on serious. I've gone into the market one day and I saw a lady. She wasn't wearing anything. And the clothes she was wearing was very transparent. So market women were like, shouting on her and everything. She just immediately covered herself and, ran. So, but she left your house looking like that. Okay, so I would say the number one thing it does is, like he said, dress how you want to be addressed. First, you portray yourself as a sex worker. Secondly, people will not take you serious. Thirdly, damage of public image.
All right, thank you so much. Those are the disadvantages of a young woman going pantless, braless at the public. Okay, Chike, let us bring it to what one could hold on to as an advantage of indecent dressing generally, because there's this saying that whatever that has an advantage has a disadvantage. Is there anything one can look at as an advantage of indecent dressing?
Okay, the scenario I will paint now is actually not an advantage, but then is a worst case scenario. I've had a story and people have been applying it and it has been working. For example, I'm walking through the night in a very dangerous place, and I know that I will be robbed if I pass through this place. Some persons devise the cunningness that I just dress anyhow, maybe wear only my singlet, hang my shirt, roll up my trouser, and look like one of the bad guys. And when you pass there, you just hail the bad guys, hail them, greet them, and you just pass. Let's just say that is the only place that indecent dressing can pay you a little advantage. But then that is 0.0111%, because you won't be in such cases at all times.
Sure.
But then aside that, indecent dressing has no other advantage.
All right, thank you so much. This is Youth Focus on Aneke TV. We have gone a long way discussing indecent dressing, especially amongst young people. All right, I want to observe a very short break. We shall be right back.
Hello, I'm Deborah Wakova. I am Chidimike Mede.
I am Uche Osai.
I'm Chiwendo Ifeonwankwe.
My name is Obobina Samson.
Please keep watching Aneke TV, or you can visit us on our socials like Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, or YouTube, all at Aneke TV.
This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Hello, I'm Deborah Wakova. I am Chidimike Mede.
I am Uche Osai.
I'm Chiwendo Ifeonwankwe.
My name is Obobina Samson.
Please keep watching Aneke TV, or you can visit us on our socials like Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, or YouTube, all at Aneke TV.
This is Aneke TV. We move with the world.
Back from the short break, it's still the program Youth Focus on Aneke TV. Before we went on the break, we're talking about indecent dressing and anything that we can pick as an advantage of indecent dressing. as it may be. We have gone a long way. Of course, we are going a long way. I'm in the studio with Carlo, Norma, Destiny. She's the CEO, Smoothies and Nut Cream, and then the founder, Hillby's Tech. And then I have Osiwe Philip Chikezie. He is the CEO, Mikorazo Enterprises. Thank you so much for coming. All right, let's continue. There is this established fact that, Norma, I should be referring to you now, that a lot of women say they go indecently, they dress indecently as a result of the dictates of their male partners. Is there a possibility that some people cherish indecent dressing and they have it as a norm to the female partner, that you must dress indecently for me and go about with that?
Thank you. This question is, I would say it's very personal to me because it has happened to me. Okay. Yes, I've once dated someone that likes skimpy things. He wants other men to, gawk upon his partner. You're almost see waist though, that kind of thing. And they feel very egoistic about it. They are very proud about it. My woman fine, my woman fine. You understand? So I've had a man that whenever I'm dressing out, he wants me to go on something skimpy, even though the occasion doesn't warrant that. Okay, so yes, there are partners that whether you are home, you're going out with them, if you wear something long, they'll tell you, I'm not an old man, go and wear something better. And then you wear something skimpy, say yes, exactly, this is how you're supposed to be dressing. So I've come, this kind of thing, I like to make analysis. So I've asked some guys, I've asked someone, why is it like this? Why do you always want your woman to dress skimpy? He said, just so that other guys can look at, but they will not be able to touch her. Okay, so that's a very crazy view. Okay, so but many people are like that. So yes, definitely.
All right, Chike, you're a man. You're a man. I know all men are not the same. But then, what do you have to say about men who do? I don't know if you do anyway. Okay. But then even if you do, let's discuss this.
Okay. Yes, I know things like this exist. But then, if I would say, I believe a man should want that inside the house. Like myself, I said, if I get married, my wife will not be wearing wrapper in the house. Like you just put wrapper and be walking around. I feel wear something sexy, because there is this research that a man views a beautiful woman like food, like well prepared food. So if a man should want that for his lady that he loves, it should be inside the house. Because if she walks on the street like food, just like we have just said, that means she's food for everybody. Because whether we want to know it or not, we men, we eat from our sight. I am seeing this, I am seeing that, and even though the man is taking pride from it, I don't think it is love for him to want his woman to walk around in those skimpy or indecent dresses. If she's walking with something see-through, something transparent, and everybody is probably seeing everything, it's still that same property that you want, that you are displaying in the public.
And probably creating an opportunity for other men to lust after.
So I believe it should be inside the house. That's where it's from.
Okay, Norman, let me come back to you. When that happened, from the way you spoke, I can understand you didn't like it, or you didn't see it as something that is ideal, but you did it. Okay. Why did you do it? And then why didn't you say, babe, this is actually what you want, but then for some obvious reasons, permit me not to do this. But then you did it. Why?
Okay. That's a very good question. Yes, I did. Okay. So, but it was just once, and it was for a club. It was for a club. I went out clubbing with him. So now, in that situation, it doesn't, although I want to dress properly, but in that situation, you're going to the club where you get to dance and all, where you see a lot of indecent dressings too. Okay, so but I thought about it. I'm like, okay, this is the club, and it's night. Okay, I got, but for other days, I kicked against it, and I looked at it as him not loving me, because I'm not taking me serious. Because if you want something long, or something you're looking at a longevity with your partner, and you're looking at marriage, or you're looking at something long term, I don't think it's wise. I don't think you even like it. I've seen men that shout at their wives, go back and change into something better. Okay, so if you are telling me go back and change into something skimpy, it means maybe you're with me for my body, or just short term. Okay, so I did that because it was a club and it was night. So
sorry, we have to pay a little attention to your relationship. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
But then, when you kicked against it, did it cause any problem?
Yes, it did. And that was when I knew that I was in something that is not going to be for a long time. So I started checking it. I started doing adjustments. I started, allowing things flow in the negative direction. Because usually, if something like this happens, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's. So, but when I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this is not even going to favor me. So what I did is, okay, let me just let things flow in the negative as he wants it, and then I can end things abruptly. So that was what happened.
All right, Chike, you heard her say it happened one day, and it was for nightclub. And she mentioned also that nightclub is a place where you see a lot of indecent dressings. Is it good, or is it right to conclude that that indecent dressing is an ideal dressing for nightclub, just like we have an ideal dressing for gymming, and probably for pools? Okay, is indecent dressing an ideal dressing for nightclub? Like someone that dresses decently cannot be allowed to pass the gate?
Fine. Just like when we are defining indecent dressing, we talked about, okay, there is this thing I know, that dressing, there is improper dressing, there is inappropriate dressing. Now when it comes to something like club, gym, we are now talking about the appropriateness of the dress. Now if I am going to a club, when I get to the club and everybody is dressed in a certain way and I'm dressed in another way, I may be right in my dressing, but I will feel odd because these persons are dressed in this way and I'm feeling odd. Just like somebody that wears jeans to go and play ball. When you get to the field, you will still be doing your skill, but then this is not the outfit for playing ball. If I wear my office shoe to go and play ball, I may be playing and be scoring, but once anybody sees me, the person will laugh because I am inappropriate for that place. So to a club, you don't expect to see somebody dressed with a Reverend Father's clothes in the club. So for that club, we won't say it's indecent. It is that's appropriate dressing for that place.
Okay, we have looked at advantages of indecent dressing generally. At this point in time, Norma, I want us to look at the disadvantages of indecent dressings generally.
Okay, it still touches what I've said before. Indecent dressing is indecent dressing. There is no two ways about it. Whether it's pantless, sagging, whatever it is, tight clothes, exposing clothes, whatever it is indecent dressing. And it has one or many, let's say 3 or 4 or 5 disadvantages. Disadvantages, number 1, damage of public image, like I will always say. Okay, so if you want people to respect you, you dress well. Okay, so if you're looking, for example, you're looking for a job interview and you come into an office dressed inappropriately, the man might walk you out or might take you on serious, or you might not even get that job. Okay, so now first off, damage of public image, because everybody sees you like, something like this. Permit me, I spoke something else. So but this lady that dresses like this, I'm not sure she's fit for this job. Even when you're the best, even if you are the best, maybe you have a very high IQ, you have something upstairs, but because you're inappropriately dressed, you are not fit for the role. They will give it to someone less deserving because the person is appropriately dressed. Okay, so number one is damage of public image. Number two is people will not take you serious. Number three, you will be addressed as someone that is unserious. Okay, and then number four is in settings where in professional settings, for example, you step in looking like that, even though the ideas you bring to the table are beautiful, people will still look at you as I beg you, let's not give this person this thing. The way he's dressed is looking like he's not mentally okay. Okay, so people also relate dressing to stability. So that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Chike, let's bring it to wedding ceremonies. I don't know if you have attended one in the recent times. A lot of brides dress indecently, even to the altar of wedding. And in some cases, some spouses who don't have time to go check on where the wife was dressing before coming to the church, some get embarrassed right there in the church. Why is it so? Also in the church, not in the nightclub.
Yes.
What do you think that's happening?
Okay, if I will talk about that, a bride dressing in a very offensive way on a wedding day, it's indecent dressing. That's capital indecent dressing. The reason is this. Number one, it is church, and we know the expected manner of dressing to the church, and you decide to flaunt it because you feel it is your big day. Just like from borrowing from what she said some time ago, some women think their body is actually the Nobel, like it is what I need to showcase. Meanwhile, in the real sense, it is something you need to package and keep close. So some women go, like the one that happens most is that there are these wedding gowns that stop at the breast line, and you see busty brides go to wear it and dancing in the wedding hall. It seems as if the whole breast wants to come outside and join in the dancing. So in such cases, even if I'm the groom, I will get offended.
And some go brandless as well.
Because
that's
exactly. Because even if I'm the groom, I will get offended. It is actually what I am buying today that you are trying to show the whole world. It doesn't make sense at all. So in that case of church, in fact, if church themselves should checkmate wedding gowns, my own church, I know this is not what we're saying here, but my own church, they check the wedding gown. If it's not as it should, they will walk the bride home, and it's as supposed to be. Not just the bride now, some of the bridal train, the Ashwebi, some of them will dress, and you will not be able to comfortably be looking at that direction, because there is this stigma that you are looking at a particular person dancing and with everything trying to jump out. Somebody outside may be like, this guy like women, no, because you are just looking. Meanwhile, you are just being free to look, but then you will not be able to look. That's where the word offensive enters. It's now offensive. You will not have to turn and face somewhere just because somebody is dancing. It's not right. So those ones are capital. If there's anything like that, they are capital indecent dressing.
Norma, I keep repeating that you're a woman. And you can see how serious this thing is. I want you to talk to that your neighbor or that your friend who is about to go to the altar to say I do.
Okay. This is I want to say, I will not, just like I said, indecent dressing is indecent dressing. And whether it is church.
You are talking to somebody.
Okay. All right.
Who is about to wed.
Whether it is church or it is reception or it is a hall, whatever it is, dressing appropriately, covering up yourself. See, if you cover up yourself well, people will wonder. You will leave a lot for people to wonder. She is beautiful, even when she is well covered. Imagine. Do you understand? So, but if you are exposed, there is nothing to hide anymore. Everybody has seen you. Everybody understands that this is how your figure is. You're an hourglass, or you're a carrot shape, or you're an apple shape. Everybody is seeing it.
So you have all the shapes.
So,
Wonderful.
okay, so I will advise that everyone dresses well. If you cover up yourself, men of value will look for you. They will see you. Men that look for men that are indecently dressed are people that just want to play around. Men of value like things covered. They want to have their woman to themselves. Okay, so I would advise, if you're going to wed the Saturday or whenever, just dress properly, cover up yourself, and the tailors need to be checkmate there too. You see the tailors, you need to checkmate the tailors, because most times when you go to sew dresses, the tailors will suggest to you, this is what's trending. Cut it, let it show your cleavage. Okay? And if you're not well guided, or if your parents didn't bring you up properly, you'll be like, okay, let me go with the trend. Even when that is not what you want to do. Okay? So I'm also talking to both the tailors, both the Asoebi people, and every other person. The Asoebi is even worse, but that's a story for another day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Chike, do you think that indecent dressing will ever stop or come to an end?
Okay, fine. There is this Igbo adage. I will translate it in English. It simply says that when evil stays longer years, it becomes tradition. Now that is what indecent dressing has become. I was telling a friend that probably in years to come, somebody might be walking the streets naked and everybody will be minding his business. But then it doesn't make it right. So indecent dressing may not stop per se, like end in totality. But then we can actually reduce it. We can actually nip it in the bud, especially now. It will not end as per everybody will begin to dress well, but if we increase awareness and make people know that actually this is indecent, especially the upcoming generation, with time, the people that are dressing indecent will phase out. Because no matter how it is, somebody that is dressing indecent at 20, by the time she gets to 40, 45, she will get tired. And if the upcoming persons did not collect the baton, they will dress decent and will now start having a sane society. So it may not end, but we can curtail it.
I was contemplating on something, Chike. I know when Chike was saying that maybe those that will be dressing decently will be coming in, while those that dress indecently will be phasing out. Is it not more like exactly that thing that is happening now? That those who have been dressing decently are phasing out now, and those who are dressing indecently are taking the center stage.
Well, that's why he said creating more awareness. Okay? So now, I don't think there's enough awareness yet. Okay? Because even churches encourage indecent dressing. You can come into the church for service and you see someone wearing something very skimpy and dancing. Okay? And it's a church. You came to praise God, but then you are distracted. So if awareness is created in church, for example, place ushers in front, this is the normal thing to wear to church. Anything less than it or anything other than that should be sent back home. If you create things like this, people, before you step into church, my church is always like this, so let me dress decently. Okay? And then encourage people that dress decently too. It starts from you. Okay, it starts from me. It starts from individual people. So if I see someone dressing decently, you look very beautiful. Tomorrow, the person will dress more decently. But if you see someone that's dressed indecently and you're like, you are so fine, tomorrow the person will buy more of those clothes. Okay? So I think what he's trying to say is creating more awareness in different places. Both the government should nip the social media.
Before we come to the government, we are already aware that some churches have started this. Yes, you see, in some churches they place some broad chest guys by the gate, and whoever that is dressing indecently will be shown the way out. If you want to come into the church, go back and do what? And dress well. Now, are there roles we think parents should play?
course. If I was actually waiting for this part to come, because parents have a lot of work to do when it comes to indecent dressing. In fact, it's in modern days it starts from parents, because a young girl is still very small and she's being taught a lot of things, that you can dress this way, you can wear something short, and you are just expressing yourself, you are just living your life. That's where it starts. Because if a girl comes into maybe a church or an institution, and I'm telling you that what you are wearing is indecent, whereas my mom did not tell me it's indecent, my dad did not tell me it's indecent, it's endorsed in their mind. They feel like, okay, this is what my father told me, this is what my mother told me, so you cannot change it. So the real onus lies on parents. They need to work on these things. Your parents should be your mirror. When I was growing up, when we were much younger, my sister can dress at times, and me, I'm seeing it as normal. My mother will say, there's no way you're crossing this door with this cloth. And be a little stern, because then she can lock the door and say, it's like you're not going to this place. And if she wants to go to the place, you have to change. And when that child is about, let's say 15, 14, 16, she already knows that these are the set of codes of what I should wear and what I should not wear. By that age, you can leave her alone. Such persons will hardly make mistakes. But when they grow up that way, it is normal. They say she's still small, she's this. By the time she grows, she will not be able to change it.
Okay, thank you. Norma, you mentioned government before now. What role do you think government should play?
Well, I think they should look at our social media, okay? So, erratic pictures and videos of people posting their nudes online or posting what is portrayed as indecent dressing. I think they should work harder to ensure that pictures and videos like that are not portrayed for the public. Or for example, I post a content online and the government is involved in it and they think this is inappropriate, they flag it. Okay, if they flag my account 1, 2, 3 times, I'll borrow sense. Okay, so that's like
it's all right. Quickly, Chike, quickly speak to that young person who cannot do without indecent dressing.
Fine. Okay, thank you. Let me say I was waiting for this part as well. I will just use a particular scenario to crown it, especially for the guys.
Make it snappy.
Normally, this frying of hair, putting of earring, all those things, and wearing jeans that are torn and all those things. Sometimes when crimes are committed, when the police enters a particular place, normally they spot one person and just say, you come, search this person. The other person, this one, go. It happened there was a scenario, we were in a bus at one particular night. The police decided to search. They said they will search everybody. Most of us, we are just doing that formality. They will say they will touch you, they will pass. They spotted one particular young man and they brought him out. And they were searching him thoroughly as if they are so sure he stole something. And that's what indecent dressing can do. Dress like you want to be addressed. We may be saying dressing does not really matter, but check it. That's the way you would dress. Somebody will tell you, are you going for an occasion? That's the way you dress. Somebody will say, it's like you are going to somewhere special today, just dressing. So dressing speaks, whether we like it or not.
All right.
Everybody should.
Thank you so much. Norma, quickly, on a parting note, speak to that young person who is now battling between joining to dressing indecently or remaining to dress modestly.
I would always say dressing modestly will speak loud. It will bring you connections you never imagined you. It will speak in places that you never thought you would enter. Okay, so if you dress decently, opportunities meet you. Unless you don't like opportunities. Opportunities meet you right where you are. But if you dress indecently, people will never bring opportunities, something serious to you. So if you want to make waves, you say package yourself. If you package yourself well, if I'm moving on the road, people think, this girl, she has money or she has this, okay? It's just by dressing. So I believe if you dress properly, opportunities meet you, people of value meet you, discussions about you are raised in places you never thought. So this is what decent dressing can cause, and this is what can happen.
Advantages of dressing decently can never be overemphasized.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Carlo Norma Destiny, CEO, Grace Smoothies and Not Cream founder, Hereby Technology. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much, Osigwe Philip, Chikezie, the CEO, Mi Corazon Enterprises. Thank you so much. Avia, it has been a nice time we shared with you. Thank you so much. Also, we have discussed indecent dressings in all its entirety. Thank you so much. My name is Chukwamaka Obasi. We'll meet you again.